What's going on, boys? It's Salted Neos here. And I'm gonna be honest, I was saving this one for a 100 sub special, but honestly, I'm probably not even gonna be in the. I'm probably not gonna have this deck on the mind again when I finally hit that milestone. So instead, I'm gonna make a proposition because this deck is still funny, and it was one of my better profiles for a while. If we actually hit 100 subs, I'll try and put a combo tutorial. I'll try and do some like test answer or combo tutorial or something. Combo tutorial. Is there even a combo tutorial for this deck? I mean, I guess there's something close enough. So yeah, we'll figure something out. Because I still think it's the most fitting deck a channel based on Neos can have for a 100 sub special. Cause guess what? We're back to Cocoon Party. Because yeah, because that totally did well this time. No, it didn't get a first place finish this time because that, as funny as that was, that's probably the reason it did so well, to be honest. But yeah. Anyway, memes aside, there's a couple sleeves that are different because I didn't want to move shit out of Infernoble because I'm still playing that at the moment. So 3 Dolphin. Yeah, the warrior, the thing that does the stuff and gets you to his old. This is a 3 of for that exact reason. It's just a good. If you want to draw any of them, you want to draw this one or the next one because it's a warrior, and most of your extent, you still want to try and get to his old, even though not everything you run is a warrior, because his old or Cherubini are both perfectly valid routes. Anyway, we got the next one. This is the only other one of them running at 3. We have 3 Hummingbird. I know that seems like a really weird 3 of, but you have enough extenders that sometimes you can literally just normal summon this and you're going to be fine to still get to either Isolde or Cherubini, which is all you really need. You want a Winged Beast specifically because the Cyborg link is in here. Because, the thing I mentioned in the last profile about running Chicky for that, yeah, I'm doing that now. So we have the 2 Upspacians, we have 2 Panther. Panther's honestly funny. I have someone who wanted to get on my case about this because we just realized that it can copy Verte Anaconda and there's Dragoon in this deck. So it'd be funny if that ever comes up. I haven't played this in a tournament yet because honestly I'm trying to do well with Infernoble right now. I want to try and get that deck down. I'm trying to do well for once as opposed to memeing. But that aside, we're running 2 of because we still want 5 different names. And because we're running 5 names, we're not running Glowmoth anymore. And Panther's still better than Glowmoss. We have 2 Grandimole, 2 Alties. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention. We have a second Alti Dolphin now. Thanks, Travis. Anyway, 2 Mole. Mole's just Mole. It's still better than Glowmoss. I can say that about a bunch of them. I can't say that about the next one, though, actually. Well, I guess I can in this case, because Glowmoss gives them advantage. 2 Flare Scarab. Honestly, I picked these 5 for their ulties. Don't throw away the ulti Dolphin. I don't want to throw $200 down the drain. Scarab is bad, honestly. Very bad. And I totally didn't just pick it for the ult because I have an ulti of it. Okay, I totally did. But yeah. Neo-spacian count. We're running, I think it's 12 again still. Yeah, 12 still. I liked that ratio. I just don't want to run Glowmoss because I don't want to make Cocoon Party unable to activate. Not that that's very much of an issue anymore, but still. Chrysalis, we now just run 3 Chicky. It doesn't actually need to be 3 Chicky, it could still be 5 different ones, but Chicky's the best one because it's the same thing with Air Hummingbird. You can just normal summon this and you'll be fine sometimes. So if you want to draw any of them, I'd want it to be Chicky. Pantail's in the same boat because for Rusty, you can have the same situation come up. I think I was running Mole for a while until I realized that because I didn't want to give Invoke Kaliga, which I know is really specific, but you're picking between level 2s with no effects. You kind of have to be that specific, don't you? And 1 Dolphin. I don't even remember the reason I picked Dolphin, honestly. Maybe there was definitely a reason. I forget what it was because this deck's kind of old. So yeah, it's just there for now. If I remember the reason, I'll bring it up the next time. I know, bad. Not a meme list at all. Nope. This is also being recorded like right after the hero profile. Neos, or similar Neos things that can act as extenders or do something weird. 3 Connector. Why did I put it up there? Connector. Do I even have to explain this? It's a combo deck running neo-spacian monsters. Duh. This one I do have to explain, though, because it's really stupid. 3 Cross Porter. What the fuck is Cross Porter, you ask? It's really dumb. And by dumb, I mean I don't know why the hell... I only just realized this thing even exists. So, its effect on field isn't actually remarkable. It sends a monster you control to the grave to special a neo-spacian from hand. Okay, what's the point of that? Well, when it's sent to the grave, you can add a neo-spacian from your deck to your hand. Initially, I thought you could just use it for his ult, but no, it misses timing. But you could still use it to to just get to Hummingbird while also getting advantage. And you can send it off like Foolish Burial for a search too. It also works off Neo-Fusion. Or no, it doesn't work off Neo-Fusion because it would miss timing, I think. I gotta double check that one. But I know you can send it off Foolish Burial. Anyway, it's just kind of there. It's still a warrior, and it's not the worst thing in the world that I have to summon. And you can summon it like off Marauding Captain and stuff like that too. So that's kind of cool. We're on to the regular extenders. We got 3 junk forward. Warrior extender, blah blah blah. I could say that about a bunch of this. Marauding Captain, same deal. 2 Kagemusha Knight. I had to start playing with the ratios of some of these because this ended up at 60 cards. Of course it did. It's a bunch of jank, and you don't want to draw into the dead stuff, which there's a lot of because meme deck. 2D Frag Dragon. It's not a warrior, but it's probably one of the best extenders. So you can special summon it by sending a monster from your hand to the grave. I think it happens. Does that happen simultaneously? I think if that happens simultaneously, it works as a cross porter. I don't actually know if it does, and I didn't bother testing that. I'll probably have that done by next time. But yeah, it's a free level 3 monster that you can just summon from hand, and if you somehow have 3 of the same name in the grave, you can get it. You can special summon it again from the grave. That almost never comes up because why would it? And 2 Galaxy Star Beast. So I have these now. I wanted to run them last time, but I didn't own them. So you can reveal the top card. You can reveal this thing in your hand, send the top card of your deck from your top card of your deck to the grave, and then if it's a monster, they take burn damage and it special summons itself. Mills Neo-Spacians potentially. Main reason it's one of the better extenders. It also doesn't have anything to do with your normal summon. So, perfect. Unfortunately, it's not a warrior. Speaking of, unfortunately, it's not a warrior, we have the Stupid Warrior. We have 3 copies of Joker's Knight. It's an infinite summon. Yeah, that's enough reason to run it. And the Garnet that goes with it. It's a infinite summon in a 60-card deck that is based on warriors. Yeah, sure. Why not? And the Phantom Knight package. Yeah, we're on to the packages portion of the profile. Shade and Silent. Does that... I'm literally thinking on the spot here if Torn Scale would work or not. If you want a Torn Scale, you'd have to summon it off as Zold, which still isn't that bad. Maybe I'll try that out. Yeah, this is, I know, work in progress in the middle of the profile. Genius, right? But, this is for the, you send, I believe it's this one off Cherubini to send that one off Cherubini, grab the Shade grab Silent, or, not Shade grab Silent. Oh my god, I'm forgetting already. The Silent sent off of the Rusty. And Double Blade, because package. You get 2 of them at the end of that, too. Apparently, my brain is breaking down. Too much Infernoble play, apparently. 1 Renod, 1 Living Fossil. That's a package. You send this off as old, get this. You get a free equip spell to revive something. Comes up in combo a lot. The I fucked up package. Yeah. I have I'm running such a cloggy... I would say such a cloggy deck, even though it probably is. You're running such a big deck that there's literally no reason not to run these. Especially since it's kind of hard to tell what you're going to do sometimes. It's a safety net. I really don't like that this is a safety net, but it's a safety net that there's no reason not to run. 1 Codebreaker 0 Day for the Codebreaker package in the extra, I'll explain that then. 1 Stormwinds, I'll explain that when we get to some org. And spells, they're actually spells and not related to anything else. 3 Convert Contact. If you control no monsters, you can send a Neo-Spacian from hand and deck to grave, draw 2, just a consistency card. Unfortunately, you have to use it at the beginning, so if you hit it later, it's probably dead. But, amazing. It also sets up, the namesake of the deck. Cocoon Party! You know, that stupid thing that just summons a bunch of Neo-Spacian babies to the field that can have the same name. But the Neo-Spacians in grave can't have the same name. So, yeah, it summons a bunch of monsters. The deck's a bit too big to ever consistently see it, but hey, it's there. It's funny. And, last 3 spells, and the main deck, we have 1 Rhoda, 1 Foolish, search shit, and, send Neo-Spacians, or search Neo-Spacians by sending Crossporter. And 1 Avarice, which honestly I might just cut and put in the... Maybe I'll try out the Torn Scales? I don't know. Avarice is kind of just there. It's the end of the 60-card main deck. On to the extra. We have the Isolde that we've mentioned so much about that almost oh wait, if I put in Torrent Scale... No, the Torrent Scale doesn't even work. I need 3 equip spells. I'm not running that. Never mind. Ignore the Torrent Scale's comments. Isolde. Send Living Fossil, grab Renaud, grab Living Fossil. It's 2 summons. Perfect. Cherubini. Mill shit. Either send a neo-spacian if you have Cocoon Party, and if you don't have Cocoon Party, you set the Rusty package up. Speaking of Rusty, Rusty. That's not Rusty, that's Apo. Rusty's at the end. There's Rusty. Rusty. It's there. It is there, it does the Phantom Knight stuff. You typically almost exclusively use it with Cherubini, but it's just another route you can do. Sometimes you can do this with Dragoon out, and that's just fun, because Dragoon's a fun card, right? 1 IP, 1 Avermax. This is part of the combo route that goes into the Stormwinds. So you try and end on... I guess the route's weird. You need an extender to use the IP. I didn't realize that for a while, which is why it's still here. But Avermax. If you have this in a Stormwinds, your opponent basically can't do anything. That's fun. 1 Simorgh to get the Stormwinds out, of course. Simorgh is a fun card where end phase will summon a monster based on a winged beast from deck based on how many monsters are left in the zone, or how many unused spell and trap zones are on the field, excuse me. So yeah, that would literally just summon Stormwinds, and if you get the Stormwind, if you have this thing at the end, you literally just summon Hummingbird for your next turn, because why not? Free life points, I guess. And this is also part of that combo. We have 1 Cutebreaker Virus Swordsman and 1 Virus Berserker. These cards are stupid, and I really don't know how more people don't use them. So it requires a Garnet to be in the deck, sure. But this literally just ends on 3 monsters. It takes 2 monsters and gets you 2 more. There's not much else you need to really say about that kind of effect, now is there? It needs to be co-linked, which is why you'd normally summon this first. You would summon the Simorgh, and then summon this underneath. Get the Avermax up, and then you would go into end phase and summon the Stormwind. Fun stuff, right? We have 1 Apo. Apo's just kind of there. Oh wow, you know Sareeja's there, and I may as well show it. Apo's kind of there. You can sometimes you can probably just make the Apo and a Dragoon or do some other stuff with it. Use it to protect your boards. I feel like there's some plays in this deck where you can reasonably do that and then still go on. Sareeja's just kind of there if you don't know what you're doing, though I guess Dragoon covers that now, so play with that extra deck slot all you like. 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, just nightmares, removal. Link Spider is interesting. It is solely in here for Nibiru. If you get Nibiru and you have an extender, make Link Spider, summon any extender. Congratulations, you have Dragoon. What a fair card. I really don't like that you can literally just play this and you out Dragoon, or you out Nibiru, but whatever. Nibiru, or not Nibiru package. Oh my god, my brain's scrambled. Dragoon package, because, Dragoon. Fun, fair card. I actually do not have a side deck for this, because same reason as before, I've been more focused on dealing with Impernoble, and I haven't actually been playing this a ton. But I figured, may as well just put a profile up for it. If we can finish getting to 100 subs, I will both try doing something with this at locals and see if I can make something out of it. Maybe I'll see if I'm able to record a tournament going through with this. It probably won't end too amazingly, because, you know, it's Cocoon Party. It's a bricky mess that only got first last time based on a technicality. But it's still funny and a pretty fun deck to play, so I figured I'd share it with you all. That is the end of this. This time it won't get cut off again, hopefully. Have a good day. Please, let's come on now. Let's finish getting to 100 subs, though. And let's also stutter like a motherfucker. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you at some point when I'm not extinct. You know, once in a blue moon.